And it should go live any second now. There it goes. It's live. How about that? I'll even copy that, close that, and make a whole new thing. How about it? Just come over here, create post, and we'll do a little thing. Live. What the hell? Why did I do that? Live now. Boom. Post. How's it going, everyone? Today we're gonna be doing some VR chat making here. I put the other world on pause for a minute because I thought it might be fun to hop into this and try this out. So we're gonna try to essentially make a board game. That's what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be doing like a little board game, and I think it might be fun to try and do that. So let's start with I probably should have got this earlier, but package manager. That's what I need to. There are no package. That's okay. We're trying to get. There we go. We're gonna try. Hey, submarine map. We're not making a submarine map. I'm not doing that. What? There it goes. It's lagging a little bit on Unity a little bit. Where is it? There it is. Pro Builder. We need that. We always need that. I always forget to download it, but I need to install that because I need that for some stuff. That'll help me build a little bit better and things like that. And it'll be a nice fun time. Too many sub jokes. Too many sub jokes. Did you guys see where Subway? I forgot what Subway it was, but there was a Subway somewhere, and it made the news because they put on their billboard, "Our subs don't implode," on their billboard, and they got in huge trouble for doing that and everything. But yeah, hi Kenneth, hi Little Ollie's Gaming Corner, hi Lavenda. That should be installed now, I think. So we just close that. Come over to Tools. Pro Builders window. We'll just snap that right over here. There you go. Now you're over there, and I can just do a new shape, and we can Control Shift F so it comes to where I am. Reset its orientation and everything because it's kind of wacky. What the heck? Actually, we may as well make its position 0, 0, 0 as well. So we'll just do that. This is definitely not the shape I wanted, though. I wanted a flat cube. There we go. And we'll have that be 0, 0, 0. And we'll hit yes, create. Shit. I fucked up. I deleted it. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. Build. There we go. Now you can go to 0, 0, 0. And that we can just delete. And that we can also just hit cancel on. Okay, there we go. Now I got our cube, and we can begin our mission here because we have a very, very specific mission. What we're going to do is we're going to try and make a board game. So what I need to do, another thing that I probably need to do is I probably need a new plane in here. So like a 3D object, we'll get a plane, and we'll move it to 0, 0, 0 as well. There we go. And that plane, if we go to assets here, I'm gonna need some of these materials because this is the game that I'm putting in here. So here is the final Grid of the Dragon board. So I'll throw that in there. We'll throw in some game logos and some of this other stuff which I might use and I also might not use. I don't know if I will for sure. Take all of those as well. Is it even moving them on there? Okay, it is. Okay, cool. It's doing it. Hey, Mr. Modder, how's it going? I don't think I'm gonna use these, but I might use some of these as well. Again, I'm not sure which ones I'll use, but we'll see which ones I use at the end of the day. That should be the rest of them, I think. So pop those in over there. Boom, there we go. And we got a little bit of everything. So I'm going to see if I can just do that. Look at that. That worked out pretty nice, actually. And we have our reference cube here, which if you don't know, your character is no bigger than this. They're usually not any larger than this cube. That's good that you're doing good. I'm glad. So this is almost a perfect shape. I think I might make it slightly larger because I want it to be like life size. Let's see if I can make it slightly larger. Yeah, that'll be fine. And because it's so big, I might add some instructions on like, oh, you have to go this way and that way and everything else. But for now, let's see if we can't figure out the dice on this, because I am a little bit concerned on whether or not I might be able to actually do anything with this. So we'll go into this, we'll select this, and then we'll see if we can't change that specific texture. Can we do that? We can't. Okay, well, we'll figure it out. Just give me a moment here. If I just simply, where the fuck is it? UV editor. Perhaps then I could take that and change the texture of just it, right? Can I do that? How the fuck do I do that? I don't know. We'll figure that out later, probably. Because I can always just hop into a blender real quick, which I might do right now, and just make a dice thing real quick, because that's super simple to do. Yo, Airy boy, what's up? It's been a minute since I've seen you, actually. How's it been? How's it been? Hope it's been doing good. Hope so, anyway. In the meantime, oh, well, never mind. It's opening up right now. There we go. Okay, we can make some of the other models and stuff. Might still be able to drag and drop. Am I allowed to PayPal a can of ramen? Like a full can of ramen? Unfortunately, I don't think that's even physically possible. Oh lordy, I always get confused on like how to move around and stuff in this on this one. There we go. That's how you do it. Okay, so we'll take you and we'll do a snap here and snap it into place here. And now I just got to remember how to texture all this stuff. And then boom, there you go. As simple as that. You've been doing pretty good. That's good. Candace over here with the Among Us. That's pretty sus, man. It's pretty sus. World. Doot. I always forget where it is, to be honest with you. There it is. Materials. Okay. So, how can we do this exactly? Texture paint. Okay, let's see if that works. I don't remember how to do this, to be honest with you. It's been so long since I've done this. Hey, you know what? I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna say no. How do I go back to layout? I'm just gonna say no to that, and I'll open up another software that we can use to kind of draw these things out with, these textures, if you will. So let's see. What is it called? It's just called Paint. We'll just load up Paint real quick, and then we'll just do some dots here, and we'll make the textures right here. In fact, we can do this. Boom. And then we can fill it in. Is that a fill in? That is a fill in. Boom. There we go. There's one. Easy. Easy, guys. Easy. It's easy as that. Now we'll just hit Save As PNG, and we'll make it die 1, and we'll put it over on my desktop, probably. It's probably the safest place for me to put it. Now we will take another one. Actually, is it possible for me to just duplicate what I've done by grabbing it? Can I grab it in this software? I don't think I can. That's a little bit unfortunate. Can I not grab it? I guess not. Okay, that's fine. We'll just throw in another one here. It'll be a little bit wonky, but it'll be fine because it's just dice. Now we'll go to File. We'll do Save As PNG, and we'll say die 2, save, and we'll do that again. Another little bubble. Oh yeah, I don't have enough room on here, do I? That's gonna be a problem. I don't use paint that much. Is it obvious? let's say no to that. We'll get rid of that. Let's see if that even worked how I wanted it to. And if we go back over to UV editing, if I take this, can I just drag and drop that texture onto it? Open a new window, just to see if that would even work. Oh lordy, okay, that first of all, that's fucking huge. Second of all, what have I done? I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. Oh no. Let's start over. Let's go back to layout. We'll delete our cube, we'll add a new one. And we'll just ignore that entirely for now, so that we can just focus on building the what the hell? Add mesh cube. We'll focus on adding like little figurines that you can move around the board and stuff. We'll focus on that for now, because it's just I'm very lost at what I'm doing here. It's been forever since I used Blender, and I'm a little bit rusty. But it's fine. I know what I'm doing, kind of. We can go tab to edit mode, and then we can split this and actually probably select the face here. Select the face here, and then we could do something like this to kind of bevel it a little bit. And then we could take that face and either extend it out or leave it be. And what I'm going to do instead is actually extrude it. So we can extrude it out just slightly, just a very bit slight manner of doing things here. What happens if I take those and shrink them? Whoa, wacky. I want to shrink them instead. What will that do if I do that? Will it break it? Okay, no, it's fine. It still kind of looks a little bit like a neck, and I'm fine with that. That's kind of what I wanted, and that's what I'm getting. And so, what the fuck? Okay, that's a little bit too high. Let's get rid of the that bit there then, and kind of move it up a little bit. Wicker scale is still looking good. Yeah, Wicker scale is still fine. You'll probably see it here in a bit if you stay long enough, because I'll be doing like basically just this. Basically just this for now. I want it to be kind of a cool texture, if that makes sense. Not a texture, but like I want it to look cool rather than just you know, whatever. It's got to have like a cool shape to it, not just some random cube, because then it's not as cool, then it's not as interesting. And if it's not as interesting, then what the heck am I doing? What am I doing? Okay, we'll ignore that for now, and we'll add something else. Let's get rid of edit mode and add a sphere. That's right, a UV sphere. And we'll throw that right here, so it can be like the head. I hate Blender because every time I stop using it for a while, my brain completely forgets every command and controls. Yeah, I probably should have thought about that before trying something like this. But dang it, I keep thinking like I'm in Unity again. They have different controls, and that's what's mostly annoying to me, is that it has different controls than Unity. If I just do that, then it's kind of like a little person, kind of. A little bit. Not entirely, but I mean, what can you do? He's got the neck there. I could give him arms or something. I'm trying to make like a little figurine piece that we can use for board game. I have the board already set up. Super simple, because I had the board for years now. By the way, this is you can actually buy this on GameCrafter. Well, there's not enough of these to apparently get it right now, but it's available on GameCrafter. It's called Greed the Dragon. That's what I'm basically adding into VR chat. But I need little figurines, and I'm not sure what to make the figurines look like, to be honest with you. This is kind of looking kind of weird, to be honest with you, and I'm not sure if I want it to look like that. So we'll add another cube right over here. Let's do this so we can get it evenly apart from each other. There we go. Remove that, and we'll see if we can't, instead of doing that, go into edit mode, click that, zoom in, scooch on over, We'll insert some faces here. How many faces can I add if I do this? This isn't even doing nothing. That didn't even do nothing. Why didn't it let me put faces there? That's kind of whack. I don't want to extrude the region. I guess we could just bevel it a little bit more than what I did earlier. And now it's kind of a weird thing. Looks like a house a little bit. I don't like that. Little loop cut. Give it a very distinct shape here. And then we can take just that face and whoop, up a little bit, right? Okay, yeah, that'll do. Why not? It's a little bit more cylindrical at least, and so maybe that'll play out a little bit better. That seems a bit weird right there, doesn't it? Let's kind of move that out a little bit. Move that out a little bit. Oh lordy, it's becoming a mess is what it's becoming. Move that out a little bit. There we go. Now it's kind of got the shape that I'm looking for. I guess I could have just added a cylinder there, couldn't I? Whew. Yeah, I'm definitely rusty then. Too late now, but that's fine. I want to do some weird stuff to it for sure, but I guess for now we'll say we're done with that and move this over onto this instead, because I think that looks slightly bit better. We'll edit mode again, and we'll take all of these. Oh lordy, yeah, the controls are starting to get me a little bit. Move that down like this. Take these. Sorry, I gotta just like this again. Move this. Shrink that down a little bit more. It's got a little neck. It's got like little itty bitty shoulders, and it's starting to look kind of how I want it to look. Right? It looks like a pawn a little bit. I'm definitely not super great at any of this stuff. I think I might give it arms though. That might save it. Let's do that. Let's add another cube and pop it in over here. Right over here. And we'll I don't want to duplicate it yet. I want to actually edit it first. And then we'll duplicate it. So we do that. And then that. And then I might need to, yeah, there we go. A little bit of that. Take you and move you in a little bit. And look at that. He's got like a really fucked up arm is what he's got. There we go. He's got a little arm. Look at him. He's got a little arm. He's got a little arm. Look at him. And I will duplicate it and pop it in over here. Just like that. He's got a little arm. He's got a little arm. He's got a little itty bitty arms. It's goofy. I like it, but it's goofy. It definitely, like, overall, the whole thing does look a bit big, but I guess we'll find out. So let's save this. We'll save it as Horrible Pawn is what we'll call it. Save that Blender file, and then we'll export it as well. File. Export will need to just be just like a regular object, I guess. Horrible Pawn object, and this will go into I need it to go to a very specific place. Banana, Blender models, and then you can export it there. Now I can come over here, pop this open, go over to Banana for 2 seconds, go to Blender models, and it should be on here somewhere. I just got to scroll down until I see it. I mean, QRST. That's too far. LMNOP. HIJKL MNOP. Should be right here somewhere. Oh wait, no, it's H because it was Horrible Pawn. Horrible Pawn. Horrible Pawn OBJ. There you go. Boom. Where is it at? Boom. We can slap that down. Look how fucking massive it is. Jesus Christ. That's fine though, because we can first off unpack this because it doesn't. We don't need it to be a whole prefab. But now we can just shrink this. Why am I not able to? Why am I not able to affect that? That's weird. Horrible Pawn. What the hell? I can't. What? Where is my arrows to like move it around and stuff? I can't. I physically cannot do that for some reason. Let me get rid of it. Get rid of Horrible Pawn. Let's take you, and we'll try that again. Horrible Pawn. For some reason, I can't. Why can't I do anything to it? I can't shrink it. I can't move it. Why? These are selected. What the hell? Oh, here we go. This button is selected. That's why. I was so confused. Like, why was it doing that? Let's unpack this prefab. We'll shrink it down to a reasonable size. Because again, this cube over here is about the size, not exactly the size of the player, but it is like to about their waist. So we'll take it and we'll move it over here as reference so we can have a reference cube. That's right, this is a reference cube. We'll put that down to about right there. And I want it to be kind of big because you need to be able to obviously pick it up and move it around and everything else like that. So that's what we'll do. They'll just be like this or whatever. Doesn't matter where they're sitting at, I suppose. Although they probably should be sitting at where you start at, which is over this way. You start right over here on top of this thing. So I probably should put it over there. And I think I might make it slightly bigger. Move it up a little bit. And I do want to get some, let's see, what's it called? Textures. So that I can texture the thing itself. But I need to go to my pictures for that. So we'll do a couple things. We'll throw that in there because we might use that as a skybox. And then, let's see. We could give them like, well, they need to be different colors. So we can have one that's kind of like bananas because that'd be funny. Just because I like bananas. We can have one that's like Oreos because it's funny. I like Oreos. Then we can have one that looks like, let's see, birds because I like birds. Birds are always a nice thing. And then we can have the weird texture thing. And a weed. And probably this too because I might need this. And then I might use this green screen thing at some point. So we'll throw that in there too. And I guess that's it, texture-wise. So this first one, I dubbed the Oreo thing. And I want it to be kind of transparent a little bit, to be honest with you. Like, not entirely transparent. Is there a way I can kind of move in between there? Let's just make it opaque. Let's just leave this opaque. And instead of metallic, albedo? I don't fucking know. I don't know what I'm doing. I've never been good with textures and stuff like that, but that'll be fine, I suppose. And then we'll do all that stuff. We'll add a component, VRC pickup. Look at that. It's already on there. Super simple as that. We'll disallow theft, because I don't want people to take the thing from you while you're playing. And everything else should be fine. Everything else should be fine. And now we'll just take it and we'll duplicate it. That didn't do it. It's Control D in Unity. And now we'll throw the bananas one on there. Control D, move it over a little bit, and we'll throw in the birds one because I like birds, as mentioned previously. We'll duplicate it again. Let's throw it on over here, and we'll throw the weed guy on there. I want to be the weed one. I want to be the weed one. People will fight over it. I'm telling you now. They will be fighting over it. That one's kind of mostly pink, but whatever. And we'll duplicate it one more time because it could be up to 6 players. And that one, I actually didn't grab a texture for. Oh wait, no I did. It was this thing. There we go. Oh, what? Oh, whoops. Breed of the Dragon. There we go. Save that. Now that's been saved. And I need to enclose this whole thing. No, I get the weed one. I need to enclose the whole thing now. So I'm going to take another cube. Let's just duplicate this one. And I'm gonna basically increase its size. I'm just gonna close this space and do it in a very simple way. Super simple way. We'll raise the roof here a little bit. And now that I've done that, take it, open Pro Builder, and there's a thing I can do here. Let's see where it is. It is flip normals. And now the faces are on the inside instead of the outside. Look at that. I'm a genius. We'll take the cube itself and raise it back up here a little bit. It needs to be... Oh, I suppose I could probably do that by just moving it to 0, 0, 0, right? Oh, that's weird. I guess it's at the right height. We'll just move it over a little bit. There we go. And just to fix this, we'll take the playing board, move it up slightly, and that'll be fine. I'm sure that's fine. I'm sure that it's not going to do anything wacky. I'm sure it's fine. Probably. I am going to rename this, though. We're going to rename it to playing board. That way I don't get confused. I'm going to take this, I guess. And we need to texture it, obviously. Give it textures, and we need to increase its size and everything else. We can kind of sort of do this evenly here. I don't want it to be too much empty space on the sides there, but I guess I could just add stuff to it later on or something, and it'll be fine. In fact, here we'll line up those arrows right there, and maybe that will be good. Save again. You got to make sure you're saving constantly, because if you're not saving constantly, what are you actually doing with your life? You're obviously not doing it right. But yeah, here we go. Basically, everything is good to go. We'll duplicate this again and shrink this one down, because this is going to be our dice right here. Right here. That needs to be maybe slightly bigger. And we'll just hover that right there. I'm going to try this situation here a little bit. Light maps UVs. Generate lighting maps. Okay, I don't care about that. I think the only way to do it, I'm curious if this will work, but I'm going to try this. I'm going to take these faces, and I'm going to remove the face. So that face is no longer attached to the cube. If I take this, whoops. If I just take some random texture like bananas or something and throw that on there, and then I take that face and that object and combine them again, will that fix it? Small tip, I use this for avatars. Set all to 0. It makes it easier to place certain things, to me at least. Yeah, that's what I was doing. Well, if I set the board back to 0, it kind of clips through the floor a little bit and it looks ugly. That's why I raised it up a little bit. But yeah, generally you want to put everything to 0, 0 until later on. But that is no longer attached to this. So what if I take that and just parent it like that? So now when I grab this cube, I'm grabbing that too. I think that might be how I kind of cheese the system here. And we'll do paint 3D, and we'll actually make a proper texture this time, because I have a thing called stickers. That's right, stickers. And I can just, well, hang on. I need stamps, 2D shapes. Boom, there we go. We'll do that. It needs to be filled in. Fill, solid. Solid black, duh. And we'll take the entire canvas as a whole, shrink it down a little bit. That way it's like... Well, let's shrink the canvas first, and then start putting those down. There we go. Now we'll just do a 1 for this. That's probably good. We'll slap it down right there. And I could go to menu, save as, image, and we'll rename it to die1. Save. And now we can come back on here and add another one. And if I'm not mistaken, I should be able to grab that somehow. Yeah, I can. So now I can move it right over here. Look at that. Look at that. And not only can I do that, but I can paste it. That's wrong. Don't worry about it. We'll take it and we will copy it. And then we will paste it. What the fuck have I done? Okay, we'll do this. Move it to this corner. Then copy it. And then we'll paste it over here. Look at that. It's like it was never not fucked up. Put that over there. Is that right for 2 on a dice? I'm actually not 100% sure for some reason. Bro, what's your voice? What do you mean, what's my voice? What's wrong with my voice? Oh, the dice aren't in this. I got my dice right here in my drawer. Right here in my drawer. Look at that. Okay, you know what that is? Hey, I remember dice. That's how the dice look. And now I will go to Save As, Image, and we'll rename that Die 2. And now we can even just immediately pop one in right here. The problem here now is that I need to get a very, very, very... What about a magic select? Okay, no, I can't do that. That's not what that is. That's something slightly different. I need to barely be able to grab it. Just like that. And we will copy. Now when I paste, it'll fit right nicely in between there. Boom. You gonna buy the new Apple headset? I don't think so. I can't afford it for one. That's part of the live stream is I'm trying to raise money for a new headset. But I don't think I'm going to go with the Apple Vision Pro. Not until I see a better reason to do it. Like a better reason to actually have it. Because right now, it doesn't seem that important. Or that great, I mean. You need to take this object. Move it down this way now. And this one. Whoops. This one kind of be straightened out a little bit more. Boom, there we go. Yes, it is too expensive. It's very expensive. Not worth it for the price. Also, it's AR, not VR. There were some games that were confirmed to come on it, but at the same time, why would you choose that versus some of the other stuff? Okay, die 4. Okay. Now we'll paste it again and put it right in the middle. Boom, there we go. Now we got 5. We're almost done. Just a couple more. Die 5. And now we gotta do something interesting here, because we kind of have to like get rid of a lot of these. We even have to get rid of that one, because I need these to be very specifically spaced out. Copy. Move it over here. Paste. 2. There we go. Hey, look at that. It's not that hard at all. I know what I'm doing. I'm just not doing it very well. There we go. And now I can go to Menu, Save As, Image. That cost thousands of dollars. Yeah, it's like $3,499 or something like that is what I think it is. It's very expensive. Anyway, I've gotten all those textures. Let's go ahead and create a new folder for those textures, because it's starting to get a little bit wacky. We'll just call it textures. And we'll throw in some of these things here. Some of these. Throw in those right in there. Grab some of these other textures that I might need to put in there. This and this and this. This as well. These, for the most part, I think are fine, because these were something I was going to use for something else. But anyway, now that I've done that, let's take this and move all of those that I just moved over here onto the thing. So one, why would it? Oh man, I saved it in the wrong damn thing. There we go. We'll just Pop them in over there. Why did I save it in that? Why did I save it in that folder? Okay. I'm still curious if, like, my earlier assumption it would be correct. Well, let's go ahead and make that die face 1. That's going to give that a face on all sides. So what I need to do is I probably need to unparent that temporarily. Take my cube and select some faces and start detaching all the faces. That's what I'm going to do. We're going to find out if this was a smart idea or a bad idea very, very soon. There we go. That's the wrong one, son. What you doing there? Boom, there we go. Detach the face, and I think that was the last one that I needed to detach. The rest of them don't seem to be attached to nothing. That one is 1. So let's find one of my actual real-life dice, and we'll rotate it to the right once. Just like this. That is a 2 on my real-life dice. For some reason, the very next one on this side is 6. Don't ask questions. The next one is 5 for some reason. So we'll come on this side and put in 5. Again, that's kind of wacky, to be honest with you. Right underneath that, 5. Right underneath. I feel like I messed up somehow. This one right here is a 4. Then we come all the way around, and that side is a 2. And then if we come all the way around again, this side right here is a 3. Boom. I think that was all the sides. So let's parent them all to the cube here. Oh wait, no, I'm kind of messed it up a little bit, didn't I? Kind of just do that. Doesn't matter which order. I don't think it matters what order they're in. But now this we'll rename to, oh wait, no, not that. This right here. Oh shit, hang on. All of these are under a parent of the child. They're all a parent of a child. Oh no. Okay, there we go. The dice as a whole we'll rename to die. Now, in theory, that should work. I'm going to do this inspector. We'll add the VRC pickup, just like so. And now, in theory, if I wanted to, when I grab this thing, well, we'll see what happens. Let's save. I might have to VRChat SDK. Yeah, I have to sign in. So I'm gonna make the screen black for a second, so that I can do just that. Where is it? There was something I had. I think hell. Yeah, hell just covers up the whole screen. So we'll just do that, and then I'll sign in over here. That way I can test this real quick. I hope that was the right password. The Apple headset. Oh shit! It sent me an email. Oh lordy. The Apple headset looks really goofy. I talked about my thoughts on it in a video. Oh shit! That wasn't typing in. Verify. Boom. Signed in. Look at that. Like a pro. Now if I go to back to this and hide hell, you can see that I am now signed in. But I do need a VRC descriptor for the world, so let's go ahead and take, I guess, the board itself and add that to it, right? May as well add it to the board. Or just add it randomly in the world. No, I want it to be as part of the of this. Add component. No, VRC world, right? Let's dump that down somewhere. I guess it doesn't matter if it's attached to something, right? I don't think it does anyway. I might be wrong. It's a lot of money for something other VR headsets can do. Yeah, and that was kind of my conclusion when I talked about it in that video. Is like, it's just the Quest Pro, for example, does most of what that headset already does, and it's like, why would you spend the extra money just for that? It's weird. Here's my VRC pickup. I do want the spawn to be kind of over here a little bit. That way it's kind of, I don't know, something. and I'll rotate it because I think what it does is it takes a certain direction and uses that. I don't think I need anything else on this. There is something else, actually. I forgot what it is. Oh, lordy. I don't remember exactly what it is. But it is something that allows me... Is it Input Manager? It is not. It is not Input Manager. Remove component. It might have been the other player input. No, that's also wrong. Remove component. I don't remember where to... Oh wait, no, here it is right here. It's literally just right here. I'm stupid. We'll increase it to like 4, and that would be like a 5 or something, and strafe speed can be 3. We'll just increase all of this up a little bit, and boom, there we go. We'll save, go over here, and we will try to build and test and see what it does. You can even download the software on the Quest Pro. Yeah, that's true. Actually, I think someone made the software that that Apple is so proud of and is supposed to be exclusive to their headset, and they just made it so that you could just play it on a headset that has eye tracking, which that does. Hopefully, it doesn't ask me to sign in again because I literally just did. Yeah. I think one thing I kind of want to go for is like a Quest Pro. I like the idea of it being, a little bit more powerful. It's got eye tracking. It's got all the stuff in it that I want. The problem is that I've heard negative things about it, but at the same time, the negative things are just like the price, and like it's not that much more powerful and stuff like that. It's like a lot of the complaints that I heard about it is I'm not a huge fan of. Okay, I made a few mistakes. This is about as big as I want it to be, though, so that's good. But all those objects just fell through the world, so I need to fix that. So exit out of that now. Get out of here. There we go. Okay, a couple of things here. All of these are all called default for some reason. Orbital pawns. Are these all the same? That's weird. Inspector. Spectre, gadget. This right here, I also probably should make static. This, of course, has to be static. This has children? Cancel. Wait. What? Oh no, I've parented all my dice to a to the fucking skybox. No wonder it was so broken. Let's just cancel that here real quick, and we'll just parent them to cube number 2. There we go. You're a father now. How does it make you feel? We'll rename this one to Skybox, I guess. It's not actually going to be the Skybox, but this way I can rename this back to Die. And now when I take this, I should be able to move all of them together at once. Okay. Now. Oh shit, yeah, and this had the Skybox had the fucking pickup component to it. That's part of what fucked up on it. Because it was like, oh, I can be picked up. I have a rigid body. I have all this stuff. I shall fall to my death now. And that's what it did. We'll leave the mesh collider on there because that's fine. But back to the die, we need to add the pickable thing to this now. Pick up. VRC pickup. Just like that. And we will, again, disallow theft and all that other stuff. The box fell. Yeah, it fell. It fell into hell. We can increase the proximity a little bit on that, I guess. I'll just say good luck on it. So when you hover your hand over it, it'll say good luck instead of pick up or something like that. And it can be a nice, fun little thing. Anyway, that should have fixed the main issues. So I want to save again, of course, via chat and build and test. And we'll try and build and test it again and see if that fixed the issue that we had there. Because everything just fell. into hell. And it shouldn't have done that. It'll probably happen again. Something, I might have missed something. Maybe the dice probably fall out of the world or something. Something will happen here, and it will be very upsetting. Whew. And then, boom. Let's see the magic. Let's see the magic. I'm loading into VRC. Initializing world. Connecting. Joining. Almost done. Boom. Yes, the dice fell out of the world or something because it is not visible. These I also can't pick up even though I added those to that. So I think what I did is, because they're all the pair. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, that didn't have a collider on it. Well, don't walk on that stuff. This is why you test stuff, right? I do like the size of all of these things. These are all good sizes, honestly. Like the spacing and everything is all good sizes, which I guess it's meant to. It would be nice to maybe change this out a little bit, because I could. I'm not going to do this right now, but in the future I might do it so that it's not just a flat PNG on the floor, and these are all like physical objects that you can walk on and stuff like that, and then because then I can make this like look actually like grass, and this actually like lava and everything, and it might be a fun old time. But for now, we'll stick to the flat PNG because we need to get all this stuff working first, because right now nothing's fucking working. Let's go to the dice first. Dice, come here. Where you at, Inspector? You're supposed to be static. Yes, change the children too. All the children are static. I think this also isn't static, so let's do that. This wasn't static. That might have been why I phased through it, because it does have a collider, so it's weird that it wouldn't have just held onto me. But for now, those are those changes. I need to figure out why my horrible pawns didn't work, and I think it's because they're all fucking childs for some reason. Why are you all children? Stop being children. We didn't ask for this. We didn't ask to be children. So we will just, as a matter of fact, we probably could just delete all of them. But now that they're not children, maybe now I can pick it up, and maybe now they'll act normal. There we go. And then this horrible pawn, which this horrible pawn thing doesn't actually exist. I don't know what this is. So I just delete that one. That's weird. Like, how did I end up with an empty object? I don't understand what I did wrong there to end up with an empty object. But whatever. All of this should be fine. I'm gonna move this and this and this. The dice and the cube that it's sitting on. Is that right? No, hang on. The dice and the cube it's sitting on. I have to use control because otherwise it does all of them. And we'll move it over here somewhere. That way it is not just on the board. It's not in the way. Okay. Now, with all of that said, let's go ahead and add, I don't know. We'll add a pin because it's fun. Just because it's fun and nothing else. It's always fun to have some pins. I think I don't want to duplicate this yet, but once I have the dice actually working, I will duplicate it a couple of times. That way, there could be multiple of them and nothing weird will happen where you can't find it or something. Back to assets. I don't think there's anything else to really necessarily add besides the cards. So for that, I'm going to take a new object. Let's add a 3D object, a cube. Control Shift F to put it in place of me. We'll reset its rotation to 0 and 0 and 0. And now we can just shrink this bad boy down like so. Like itty bitty 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 so. Shrink it down like itty bitty 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 bitty. Move it over here by the dice so I can use it as a reference a little bit. I have my reference cube here. We need the reference cube for a reason. And these can be the cards that you can pick up and stuff. which are these things right here. These are little immunity cards that you can have, and they protect you from certain things. So I will probably make it about that big. Let's see what happens if I throw that on there now. Look at that. It's double-sided and everything, so you can't be confused on the way it works or anything. So we'll do that, and I will rename it so I don't get confused. Immunity card. Boom, just like that. And again, we'll give it static and a VRC pickup so you can actually grab it and everything else. And now I can duplicate it, move it over, and then change the texture from that to this. Duplicate it again, and change the texture from that to this. Did that actually change it? It did. Okay, cool. All right. I know I have more. Where did the rest go? I must have not have... Surely, I know I have more. I put those 3 on there, but these 3 are not in here, so let's throw these down. We will duplicate it again, scroll over, give that one life, move it over. These aren't... The text on this isn't necessarily important. It just adds a little bit more flavor to the game, because otherwise all the cards are exactly the same, and it just makes it more interesting if they're slightly different. So there is all but one. Which one am I missing? I think it is Explorer that I'm missing. I might be wrong, but no, I'm not wrong. There we go. And I just put all these. I don't fucking know. We select all of them here, and we'll rotate them by 90. Whoa, what the fuck? Okay, let's undo that. Whoa, wacky. Why did it do that now? And then I'll raise it up here. And then these can kind of start off like this. This way they can kind of just fall on each other. And boom. Maybe that won't cause any problems. I don't know. We'll figure that out later, though. Because for now, I think that is basically it. I do want to come on here and test again now, because obviously I did some changes there. I want to see if I can actually fall through the world again, if my dice will still exist, that kind of stuff. And we'll find out. And then once all that's done, we can make it compatible with Quest 2 and all that other stuff. I might make some more changes before I make it compatible with Quest 2, but for now, it'll be fine like this. Yeah, 6 cards, 6 players, 6 pawns. Oh, I'll need to add the rules too, which I have that as well, so I'll do that, but that's not as difficult to do. Because again, it's just like a flat image, really, if that makes sense. So it won't be hard to do. I could basically just put another plane up on the wall or something, kind of have like the board down there. I might use like a box or something instead, like a cube. That way it can kind of stick out of the wall a little bit and might look kind of cool. I don't need this nice guy. Okay, it did not fall. I cannot pick it up though. Why can't I pick these up? Oh, what the fuck? I fell again. Why isn't the Why can't I pick these up? That's weird. What? I'm still falling through the world as well. I think the reason why I can't pick up the cube is probably because it's like it has parents and stuff. I'm not sure why I can't pick these up though. That's weird. It has all the stuff for it. They're all static. Or maybe they're not supposed to be static. Did I do something wrong on these? What did I do wrong on these? Why can't I pick these up? That's so weird. Are they just too big? That can't be right. It can't be because they're too big. That doesn't make any sense. They all have the thing on it. What is this? Let me look at the VRC pickup on this. It must be different or something. The actual pin part has the VRC pickup. Orientation, auto hold, yes. Interaction, text, use text, throw velocity. All this stuff is the same as what I have on here. So why Why can't I pick that up? That's so weird. I should be able to pick all of these up. Is this one static? Maybe that's it. Maybe they're not supposed to be static. Maybe I was wrong about that. We'll get rid of the static on those. Of course, they'll probably fall through the world. I need to do something with this to figure out why it keeps doing that. Maybe it's like because I did it the way I did it, and it like I don't know. Let's get rid of the mesh collider on this as well, and we'll add component. Box collider. Boom. There we go. Edit collider. I think what it is because I think the game is just considering that I'm inside it or something. And so what it's doing is it's just like, oh, you're inside the cube so you can fall through it or something. So as much as it sucks to do, but I think I'm going to have to delete that and start over with the with that kind of thing. We'll duplicate this and we'll use this as our new flooring and everything else. Which is unfortunate, but you know, it's just extra work and that's all, so it's not that big a deal. Plus, at least in this regard, now maybe I can make it a little bit more fine-tuned and slightly off like that. And we'll do the same thing over here, and then we'll come over here, and we'll do the same thing over here. Look at that, you're growing in size, boy, you're growing in size. Look at you go, look at you go. And this could be a fun time. And I'll leave it like that for now. We'll save this. We'll find our die, and we'll get rid of static on that. Yes, change the children too. Why not? None of the children have static anymore. Maybe that's the problem too, is that this has VRC pickup, but its children doesn't, and so maybe that's causing an issue. I don't know. We'll save this again and try it one more time. Oh wait, no, hang on. I was gonna take the pawns and remove static from those as well. No more static. No more static for any of you. Why can't I grab that one? What? What the hell? Defaults. Defaults. I can't do anything with this one for some reason. Oh, that's why. But it's still, oh, well, that's weird. Okay, well, that's fine. We'll save. We'll try it now and see if that's what caused it. I'm not sure why it wouldn't let me just pick them up. It's normally as easy as just adding that option to the object, and then suddenly you can pick it up and move it around and whatever else. But that's just really weird, isn't it? That it did that. I wonder if there's something else I'm missing, and maybe that's why. I don't know. Very lost as to why that's happening. I mean, that's all I can really say about it, is that I have no fucking clue why that's happening at all. Do. Just gotta load. Just gotta test and load. Gotta load it up. Gotta test it up. Gotta do the load and the test. Connecting. This, I have my fingers crossed on this one. I think this one's gonna work. I think it's gonna finally work. Okay. Well, something bad happened. Yeah, I can pick up the cards. Why did the die? Where did the dice go though? Why did it fall through the world? And why did the rest of the cards fall through the world, but that one didn't? Also, oh, I was gonna say it's gone now, but it's not. Oh, that's why. They're inside this box. This box. Why can't I, what? Why can't I put stuff in there? Whee! This cube has somehow caused the problems, I think. I don't know. We made progress! They, are they down here? We made progress, and that's all that matters. So let's leave the game again, and come back in, and figure out, why my pawns fell through the world, why all this other stuff fell through the world. Maybe these fell through the world because they don't have colliders. Yeah, they don't have colliders. That's kind of weird, though, isn't it? Because they have a pickup script. So they get a rigid body and everything else. Huh, I guess it didn't. Let's give you a box collider. We'll give you a box collider. We'll give you a box collider. We'll give you a box collider. Give you box collider. And you, box collider. Boom. They all have box colliders now. And they're raised up slightly, so they should be fine. I'm curious as to why these cards fell through the world, though, because these have box colliders on them. So why did they fall through the world? That doesn't make any sense to me. And this obviously has a, well, it has a mesh collider. We'll give it a box collider instead and get rid of the mesh one. Maybe that'll help it or something. I don't fucking know. Actually, let me. This has a mesh collider on it. All these things have colliders, so like, why are they? Is that not meant to be static? Isn't the stuff that you don't want to move supposed to be static? I don't want that. I want that to not be able to be moved. I guess. That's interesting. Die. Maybe the mesh collider just isn't good enough for that. Now give it a box collider, and then I'll just edit the collider or something, and then kind of go over the whole shebang with it. So why not? Wait, can I even? Why can't I edit the collider? Oh, I guess I can. Just I can only move it that way. That's weird. Okay. Then we'll take it now and just move it. That was wrong. Is it Z? That's also wrong. It is X. So we'll move that over here. And now the whole thing has some kind of collider to it, right? Yeah, there we go. Maybe that'll help it. I don't fucking know. I consumed it in a collider. If it doesn't work, then I'm just gonna have to mess around on it and see. Instead of making them children, which that might be part of the problem. I have no clue what happened to these though. Like why did these fall through the world? And if they fell through the world, why did this one not, but these other ones did? That's what makes no sense to me. I'm gonna, I don't know, move them over here or something. That's what I'm gonna do. Let's take all of them and just move them all over here. And then, well, set them down a little bit or something. Maybe because they were touching each other or doing something weird. I don't fucking know. I'm so lost as to why these would have fell through the world, because there's no reason why they should have. None at all. None at all. So we'll just put these like that. Okay. VRChat SDK, save, build and test. It's got to work this time. It's got to. There's no way it doesn't work this time. There's no way. No way it doesn't work this time. If it breaks down again and doesn't work this time, I'm going to be sad. Genuinely sad. Let's see. Let's see. Anti-cheat. What do you think the anti-cheat is used for in VRChat? I guess it's just like security measures, so you can't just like hack people or something, right? It feels weird that like, because whenever I hear anti-cheat, the first thing I think of is like Call of Duty and stuff like that, but like, it's used in basically everything. VRChat just happens to be one of them. I wonder how many other VR games use anti-cheat though. Or like if they use like a different system or something else. I don't know. Okay. Hey, look. It worked. And it's not rigged. I was worried about it being rigged because like the 2 is like the parent. And so I thought maybe, oh, if that happens, it'll be rigged. And it will always land on 2, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Oh, it's brilliant. I fixed it. It does seem to land on 3 a lot, though, doesn't it? There it goes. Okay. Oh, and I can move these! I did it! Haha, bananas lost a turn. Oreos. Why did they... I still don't understand why these fell through the floor, because I didn't even change these. I just moved where they were. Hang on, one of these are missing anyway. There's only 4. Where'd the other one go? Where'd the other one go? It's supposed to be... Did it just face through the... What the fuck? Well, that one fell. But that's okay. That won't be possible once I actually come through here and... It just went right through the fucking floor. Did you see that? Oh, that was a bad example. It was like... Oh, damn it. I keep throwing these off and it's... I threw that and it went right through the floor. Look at that. It just did it again. Why? Why did it do that? What the hell? What kind of magic is this? Maybe they have some kind of issue and that's why they've always been doing that or something. Whee! Boop. Whee! Whee! Look at it go! Ugh. Throw it at the floor really hard. Maybe it'll clip through. What? That's so strange. Why did the cards do that? Is it because of how small they are, I wonder? It blocks mods and possible quest crashing Avies. Yeah, I guess that's true. I guess that makes sense. So the only other thing I need to do is add the cubes that you collect when you go through the board. And I think I might try to model this dragon or something in Blender. I might not do that right now. That's so bizarre. I need to figure out why they were clipping through the floor though, because that is so fucking weird. It must be that they're so small that the collision just doesn't detect properly or something. So maybe if I come to it and change how it's detecting collision or something. So I could change it to continuous dynamic or something, and maybe that will help it. Continuous dynamic. Continuous dynamic. Continuous dynamic. Continuous dynamic. I remembered there was a reason why you wanted to do that whenever you're making a world, but I can't remember exactly what that reason was for. So we'll figure that out in the future, I guess. But for now, let's go ahead and box in the rest of this place and stuff like that, because we need to do that. So let's open up Pro Builder, and what I'm going to do for this is I'm going to extrude the face, and then I'm going to take this face, and I'm going to extrude this face, and then we can just whee all the way up like that. Simple, simple, simple steps. Extrude face, click yeah, and then extrude face, and then we'll raise that up a little bit. Not a whole lot, but just a little bit. We'll do it again on this side. Extrude face, click yeah, and then extrude face, and then yada yada yada. You know the rest. Whoa, wacky. Click that. Extrude the face, and then go up, and we'll extrude this face as well. And now it is essentially boxed in. I do want to take this right here, though, and extrude that face, and take this, and extrude that face, so that I can then have a roof. So now I have a roof. I have some walls, just like that. And we'll fill that up all the way to the top. Doesn't matter if they clip through each other, a little bit weird, I guess. Take these. And it's like we're in some kind of weird hellscape, because just weird walls everywhere we look. Look at that. All right. The lighting obviously is a lot worse now, but I can fix that somehow. I do need to texture these as well, I guess. What should I texture them? I did not mean to click that at all. I meant to click this over here. I could probably texture them one of these things. Let's see. Grass floor tiles might be good when I go through and add that kind of stuff. This might be good for that as well. May as well throw that in there. Let's see. These I might use here in a moment. What else? I won't use that. Surely not. That'll probably work. Let's see what happens if I just do this. We're in a grass cube. I can detach these faces, though, is what I've learned. So if I detach the face, Spectre, this one is all normal and everything else. It's got its collider and everything else. Okay. We'll take it now, and we can make that grass. Grass is a thing. Put all these other textures in here now as well. I'll take this face, Pro Builder, detach that face. Where are you? Detach face, and I'll throw on that. Oh, well, maybe I shouldn't have, because that did not work out the way I thought it would. We can fix it, though, probably. We'll see. We'll see if we can fix it. Tiling. We'll just increase the tiling up a little bit, and then maybe it'll be one flat image or something, right? Right. Right. Please tell me I'm right.
You're right.
Oh no. Good enough? Maybe it's good enough. I don't know. We'll select these faces now. And actually, I guess I don't even need to. I could just leave them be and then turn that into birds. Oh, good God. Oh, I just realized how freaking, like, how tall that is. Oh, actually, it's not that tall. We could take some of these faces over here, though, and we could just straight up delete those because I don't need them. That face shouldn't be needed either. I'll leave it, though, I think. That face, be gone. Your face, be gone. This right here, we'll delete that face, too. Boom. Look at that. And that somehow brought in a lot more light, too, I guess. A bit weird how it did that, but it brought in a lot more light somehow. I'm fine with it. It also makes the shadowing a little bit weird, but I guess I'm fine with that, too. But that should be it for that. For now, though, I need to get in the cubes themselves, which we can do my good old friend Blender for that. Let's go ahead and file, new, general thing. We get rid of this thing, we get rid of that thing, and we'll take this, and this, and boop. God, I'm still trying to use all those controls from a minute ago. This shouldn't be too difficult to do. I'll just enter tab mode here, go to my faces, I'll do this, and then I'll select multiple faces here. All the faces, actually, I guess. And we'll see what happens if I bevel them all at the same time. Okay, that didn't work exactly the way I thought it would. What happens if I insert faces on all sides? Okay, that didn't work either. Let's just insert faces on just this side. What? Oh, hang on. There we go. There we go. Boop. And then we'll do the same thing here. Boop. And the same thing here. Boop, question mark? And the same thing here. Boop. And the same thing here. Boop. And I missed one right here. There we go. Now, I should be able to take this and use the extrude and not have that attached. Go in slightly. Okay, hang on. No, because these faces need to be, I need to insert the faces way deeper in there is what I need to do. Kind of like that. Yeah, here we go. Hello, Grolin. How is it going? How is it going? I hope you're doing well. We're making this cube for the VR chat world, so don't worry about that. Here is the world itself. That's what we got so far. We got the board game. We got some of the cards that we need. We got the puns, which look a little bit goofy and wacky. We got the dice up here. We even got a marker and pen and everything. And it's all textured and stuff, and it's nice and it's lovely. I don't think I need that anymore, so we just won't say that. We'll get rid of that. Back to Blender. Finish up this. And insert these faces. How your VR chat? What do you mean, how your VR chat? Do you mean, like, how am I making one? It's really simple. All you really need is Unity, and then you can start messing around with it. these faces deep in there. Deep faces. Deep faces. Yeah, that was not nearly deep enough. You, insert face. Give me some faces. Some funny faces. They're not going to be even, but I guess I'm fine with that. Let's now extrude the regions here a little bit and see how that works out for us. As long as they don't kind of intersect with each other at all, it should be fine. Look at that. We're doing it. It's working out exactly how I wanted it to, too. That's cool. I'm happy about that. I was slightly worried that it wouldn't work out how I wanted it to, but look at that. We have a cube that kind of, not entirely, but kind of looks a little bit like these cubes. Why won't you make a VR game? Well, I mean, does this count? I mean, I'm making a VR chat world and there's like a board game here. Does that count? I feel like that counts. I mean, I might be wrong, but I feel like it counts. Anyway, back to Blender. We will save this as Dragon Cube, I guess. That way I know what specific cube it is. Save Blender file. Then we'll go over here to Files and export as a OBJ. And that, my friends, will go to Banana and Blender Models. Boom, exported. Hey, Namek, how you doing? Been a long time no see moment there. A VR game probably will get more popular. Which VR game? Like if I made one? I don't know if I made one, I can promise you it would be awful. And it would not be good at all. I could promise you that. Because I don't know, I'm not good with like code and stuff. I can make maps and I can do very simple stuff. Like how I'm doing here where I can pick up objects and throw them and stuff like that. Where is my Dragon Cube? My Dragon Cube. There it is. Boom. Oh, I put that in the freaking... Oh, here, I'll just delete it. That's right. I could just delete it. And then I can re-import it over here where it belongs. Dragon Cube. Boom. And now I could take that. Oh, good lord. I kind of realized something else too. So yeah, I'll go steal scripts from games or get tutorials. Hey, I don't know if I want to start stealing stuff. That isn't very nice. But yeah, bye, I guess. Namek, sorry I haven't been on your lives. Life been life, I guess. Yeah, that's fine. You don't have to. You don't have to watch my lives or anything. You're totally fine. But you're doing good, so that's good. That's really all that matters. But I am doing fine too. I don't know if you saw my good God, this thing is freaking massive. I don't know if you saw my community post, but my headset is kind of dying off a little bit. It doesn't hold the charge very well. I just realized something else about this world too, though, which might become a bit of a disaster, but we'll maybe not get there. It'll maybe not happen. We'll find out. But I am slightly worried that by having all of these cubes, because there's supposed to be a lot of these cubes, I am worried that it will lag out the game tremendously, but we'll find out. We'll do this gritty gold texture. That looks fucking nasty. Get out of here. I don't like that texture. No one's got to know about the code stealing. Yeah, but that's literally illegal though. I can't just be stealing that kind of stuff. Pictures. I need a good texture for the cube. Which I can't think of anything. I might use the banana texture, to be honest with you, just because it's kind of funny. But I also might just take this texture, throw it on there. It's not quite gold though. That's the problem. I need just a flat gold texture. There. I'll just Google it. Gold texture. There, and then I'll just have a gold texture. We'll go to images and we'll have it and we'll be good. Which one should I use? There's too many. Fuck. What about this one? It's kind of all wavy. Oh, it's got like text in it. That's garbage. What about this one? That one probably works. Let's just save that one. Save image as JPEG. Pictures. Boom, there we go. Save it over there. And boom. Come over to this. Boom. And now we can just slap that on there. And look, that looks fine. That looks like a good texture. Let's inspect it a little bit and see if we can't make it a little bit more metallic-y. Metallic-y. Ooh, wacky. Huh? That works. I'm fine with it. Looks good. If Vivera is kind of broken, I meant the battery. It takes like forever to charge it and lags like crazy. That's kind of my issue too. I haven't had too many lagging issues, but I have had very annoyingly see pick up. Like the battery is so garbage now. Like it lasts about 30 to 40 minutes and then it just poofs and it just dies. And so pretty much anytime I play, I have to play while charging it, and it's really annoying. Let's see if we can't do some interesting stuff here. But it is really annoying, and so I've been doing a little bit more live streams and stuff like that, trying to raise some money through donations and stuff like that to get a new one. I have no idea how to use Unity or Blender. I have like no idea how you do it, XD. Well, it just I've self-taught myself Blender. I haven't actually seen that many tutorials on Blender because a long time ago when I downloaded Blender, I looked up tutorials and stuff like that, and they had stuff that I didn't have access to because they were super outdated, and so they were hidden behind different menus and stuff and all this other stuff. Like they were able to find settings that I physically could not find because they were outdated. They were now, the settings still exist, but they're hidden away in wacky, weird places, and it just was so difficult to follow tutorials. So I just started fucking around with it every now and then I eventually was able to get it to work how I wanted it to. And kind of get used to some of the controls, and I was able to read like the documents and stuff on like how to do certain stuff. And overall, it was a nice, fun time, simple time. Extrude faces. We'll do that. Let's insert faces here or something. Can I do that? Offset faces, delete faces. I know there's got to be a way I can do it, right? New poly shape, intersect, light maps, triangulate, conform normals. Well, what if I just flip normals? That's not going to do it. I could just bevel it and then just kind of make it. Yeah, there we go. That'll work. That'll work. Now we'll take this and get rid of that. And now we will extrude the face. Ooh, wacky. Because then I can just kind of do this. And now they're all in a little box. Or rather, there is like a small little box now. And that's what we're going to put it in. Hopefully the MetaQuest 3's battery gets fixed when it releases. I would love that. Wish I could donate to you, but I can't, sadly. Too broke. Yeah, you're totally fine. I self-taught Unity now. I've made 2 Avies for Danny, and I'm working on one for a bigger streamer at the moment. That's really nice. That's really cool. I didn't know you were working on one for a bigger streamer, but that's really cool. That's awesome, actually. Genuinely really cool. That'll get you more commissions and everything else probably later on down the line. How can I guess now I can just take the whole thing and just kind of do some wacky stuff with it, right? And we'll kind of do this a little bit, and we'll just slap it over here. I will need more of those, but for now, whoops, for now, these cubes should be able to go in here, and I'll need to figure that out too. But yeah, so I self-taught myself a little bit of Unity, but for the most part, for a lot of stuff, I follow tutorials and stuff. Because I get lost whenever I want to do something like a toggleable mirror or something that can be toggled on and off. I want to learn how to make games. I've tried to make one of those G-Tag clones, but it's still super confusing. Yeah, I don't like Gorilla Tag that much anyway, because I don't like that movement method. I think that movement system is really difficult to get used to, and it's just really weird. It always felt janky to me. I think I'm gonna start doing commissions for Steam credits. Yeah, there you go. That'll work. That'll be nice to get some of those out. Let's see. So I need to duplicate these quite a bit. Like, oh, I saved it and duplicated it at the same time. I need a lot of these because you need a lot of these for this game. So let's just keep on keeping on. How many do I got now? I don't even know. Duplicate. Duplicate, replicate. Duplicate, replicate. Gotta duplicate, replicate to make your way. Oh, now they're starting to get kind of hard to move around and stuff. Move them all over here. Move them over. Move over, kids. Move over. Oh Lord. Okay. Well, we'll just copy you, and then we'll copy you, and then we'll take you and move you over slightly. So these are kind of like little points, sort of, if you will, that you can use to collect. That you collect while going around the board and stuff. VR in general is getting kind of boring for me anyway. Ooh, I don't know about that. I mean, I guess right now for me, I haven't really played too much VR lately, and that's because like Bone Lab, for example, like that's finally reached a boring stage for me. I can't hardly play that game because, I mean, I've beaten it. I literally don't know how many times I've beaten it. I've beaten it in so many different ways. I've done so many different challenges. I've done so much with it. There's no more myths for me to go back on there for. So there's nothing really for me to test anymore. They never did update the SDK to make stuff like making things easier. It's ridiculous. Like there's a lot of stuff like that has made me just stop playing it. And I've tried to download mods and stuff like that, but a lot of mods don't work for Quest. Fusion, I think, works for Quest now, but it's not a properly supported thing. It doesn't actually, like, you're not meant to be doing this with the game, and so it doesn't always work properly. And like setting it up just to be able to do it in the first place is super difficult and frustrating and confusing. From what I understand, like there's all kinds of issues like that with just Bone Lab, and they promised 2 years of updates, and it's been a year, and we've gotten basically nothing. They kind of changed some of the maps and added some secret rooms and stuff, and that's literally it. And it's just so disappointing right now. It gets repetitive very quickly right now. It just needs a better campaign. Well, see, that's the thing too, is like even if it had a better campaign, I would have gotten bored with it by now because I would have played it so many times. And that's one of the things that I've done is I've played it so many times. How many fucking cubes is that? That's 29. Is that enough? Probably not. I'll need more. Let me take this and kind of extend this out a little bit more. And I'm gonna do something a little bit smart here. And I'm just gonna take multiple cubes all at the same time. And I'm gonna do whatever that was. Control, duplicate. Control, duplicate. There we go, and I can even fit another row back here. That might be enough. That's a lot of cubes. Yeah, there's a lot of cubes, because how this game works, and this is available on Game Crafter. You could go to Game Crafter right now, Greed of the Dragon, and order it. And basically, what this game is, how it works is you start over here, and you roll some dice, you move around the board, they do different stuff, so like the blue thing will teleport you to the other blue thing, and the green thing will teleport you to green, and red will teleport you to red, and these little gold cubes that are on the board is how you get these things. Once you land on that, you can take one of these cubes and hold on to it. But it can still be stolen. Oh no, the cube can be stolen while you're holding on to it. The reason why it can be stolen is because a player can land on like this space right here, which is supposed to be like a fancy mirror thing, and they can steal the cubes that you're holding. But if you land on a dragon, you can give the dragon all of the cubes that you're holding and secure those forever, and the dragon will protect them from you, or protect them for you, and they can never be stolen again. And the first one to secure 10 gold cubes wins the game. And that's basically how it goes. And you can go to any amount. You can go to 21. You can go to 15. You could say, you could do like a sudden death thing. So whoever, you know, safely deposits a cube first is a winner. You could do all kinds of things like that, obviously. But that's kind of the general gist, is that they work like that. But yeah. They updated it like 3 times and said peace. Yeah, for Bone Lab they did, because like they updated it 3 times, but those 3 times, one of them was they slightly altered the moon level. I think they slightly altered some of the levels, and then the one after that was, here is what's it called? The little key cards. Here's the key cards, and here's the secret rooms for the key cards and stuff like that. There you go. I hope you have fun with that. And then after that, they just kind of fucking peaced out. They gave us that little gacha machine as part of a beta, by the way, because that update technically isn't even officially out yet. That you can then use to get the rest of the unlockables and stuff like that. And it probably should have been a sign. We probably should have known right then and there that when they decided to literally give us all the unlockables for free, we should have known then that they were basically abandoning this game. Abandoning Bone Lab. And I've made custom maps and stuff like that because it's not too difficult. But to make something as simple as I want to be able to pick up this object after I spawn it is so difficult and confusing. Meanwhile, VR chat is super simple. You just click on an object, like this cube for example. You go to Inspector, you go to Add Component, and then you do VRC Pickup, which is what I have on here already. And you have it! You can now pick this up in the game, and it's as simple as that. Like, you don't need anything else. Obviously, it needs a, you know, collider and all this other stuff, but whenever you add this VRC pickup, it automatically adds the rigid body and all that other stuff. And like, come on, like, why? It's so weird to me that they would do it that way. The way they did it in Bone Lab versus doing something like that, where it's just a script and you can just attach the script to whatever you want. Like, they should have done it like that. But it's so annoying. A lot of the stuff they did with the game, they just didn't do it right, I don't think. I wanted to make a custom avatar for me because all the other avatars are either furries or have very specific theme. Plus, I want to have a unique avatar. I wanted that too. I tried it, and I couldn't get it to work. I can make spawnable objects too. Like, some of the stuff is easy, but still really difficult. And it's just, there's still so much more that they probably should have done. They just never did. And it's disappointing. Very disappointed with Bone Lab, honestly. I'm gonna shrink that up a little bit more, I think. We could probably take, how many is it? Is it 45 now? That might be enough. That's probably enough. I need to duplicate this a few times though, and I need 6 of these because I need the players to be able to have their own little platforms as well. Actually, I should probably just take this and then shrink this first because it doesn't need to be that big. It just needs to be about that big maybe. And then we can have these in different spots. Actually, probably shouldn't have them next to the cubes themselves, so we'll put them right over here. Right over here, just like this. And we can duplicate it now. And we'll have 6 of them because there's 6 players max. It would be nice to be able to code this out so it takes care of a lot of the stuff for you, but I don't know enough about code to make that even possible. And even then, well, I said I was probably gonna do this later on anyway, but the board, I would have to set up like certain things where, like, if a pawn is put on this, then you get a cube or something, and it would have to be event triggers and stuff like that. So it'd be hard to do. But outside of like Bone Lab, there's like not a whole lot I've been playing lately. I've been playing some VR chat lately, not too much, but I have been playing it, and it's been fun. Because like you basically have endless gameplay with that, right? The problem with VR chat for me though is that it can get kind of boring pretty quickly if you don't have a friend to play with. I'm gonna texture these different things because that's what the pawns look like, and so that'll kind of help be like, oh, that's where they go. Here's the lead one. What were the other ones? One of them was the bird one, and then this one. Yeah, since that's going to be that, I need to change that texture. Let's do, I don't know, green. Screen. There you go. We'll do that for now. Yeah, unique avatar would be awesome. Who knows? I'm pretty good at art. If I get the money, I will probably pay someone to make an avatar for me and give them some art on what I want it to look like. Yeah, that's probably good. That's probably a good idea. How do you know this map isn't, like, gigantic since you can't really go in VR and check it out? I agree with that. I want to start recording again, but no one's on much, which makes it get boring pretty fast. Well, if you ever want to like record stuff or make skits or anything like that, just hit me up. If I'm free, I will join you in a heartbeat. Because I would love to make content too, and stuff like that. And maybe we can do like a little Greed the Dragon thing or something. That might be fun. But to answer your question, Namek, this cube right here is 1 meter tall, and it goes to, on average, it will be about the size. It'll reach about your hip on average. It'll be about to your hip for your avatars and stuff like that. Now, if you have a small avatar, like certain Avalis and stuff like that, they're very small. You know, you'll be obviously shorter than that, and you might be smaller than this. But for the most part, on average, this is going to go up to about your hip. This is just a default cube that you can spawn in, and it's about 1 meter tall. On top of that, if I'm going to do it right now because I wanted to check out these things as well, but I can actually build and test it. So I save it, and then I can click this button, and it's actually going to load VR chat for me, and then I can test to see if things are the right size. I can test to see if I can actually pick up certain things. I can see if my cards are going to click through the floor again, because that's been happening a couple of times, and I don't like that. All that kind of jazz. You are good for collabs? I might have to note that down. Yeah, I'm totally fine with that too. I'm totally fine doing collabs and stuff like that. What I'm doing right now is going to be Wednesday's video. Is like, I'm going to do a video. It's like, oh, I put my board game in VR chat, and that's what the title of the video is going to be. And I'm going to kind of explain the rules and kind of show it off a little bit, and even show that you can buy a physical version of it in real life and stuff like that. That's kind of what I'm going to do for the video. And I figured since I'm making this world anyway, I may as well stream it and maybe get some ideas as I'm streaming it or something like that from chat or whatever else, right? It'll be fun. Okay, first things first. My dice still work. These cards didn't click through the floor. Yep, that's what it was. It was just dynamic collision needed to be on. These are kind of small. They're definitely low on the ground. Yeah, I can pick these up. These aren't going to fall through the floor, are they? Eh. Okay, they didn't fall through the floor. So, what I might do, actually, is I might... Huh, that's kind of confusing, because I don't know. Because I'm wondering if I shouldn't put all the cubes, like, in the middle right here. Like, in a box. It does cover up the logo, obviously, but if I put them in a box there, then they would kind of be in the middle, so no matter where you are on the board, it's not that far. And you can just pick them up, put them in there. And then this, I'll need, like, a little thing I can put that on. Oh, I can just walk through the wall. I need to fix that. Okay. I didn't know I could walk through the wall. I might need to fix that. That's why we test these things. This is a pin. This is like a default thing in the game, by the way. You can just easily add pins to pretty much any world. To make them look like an actual pin is something else, but there you go. So now, let's roll the dice. Roll the dice. 3. Okay. I'm the birds. So 1, 2, 3. That teleports me over here. It's your turn now. This is going to be your dice roll. Yeah. You got a 3. 1, 2, 3. Nothing happens because you're on a dragon. You don't have any cubes to give. 5. Where am I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dang, I'm still getting unlucky here. But anyway, outside of playing the game, as you can see, this does go up to about my hip. It's kind of hard to tell because, like, I'm looking straight down. I'm not actually in VR. It's like the PC version or whatever. But it goes up to about my hip, to about my chest, my belly, that kind of area. And so that helps me use this like a reference cube. I should have looked at that and been like, yeah, this is probably too low. But that also might be a perfect height because, again, you'd be doing all of this in... you'd be doing this in VR most of the time. So that shouldn't be like that. The only thing, like, there is a heavy honor system when it comes to this, because you can just take people's pieces and move them places. You can just come over here and just take cubes when no one's looking and just deposit them. Oh, yeah, and I need a second one, too, so that one is, like, what you're holding on to and one that you've scored. So, yeah, that's what we need to do. I've been mainly playing VRC for the Inconvenience Store. It's a TikTok... Oh, I've seen that TikTok series. That's pretty cool. I haven't been to that world, actually. I probably should go to that, though. It's very fun to watch the person make the map and the products. Yeah, it is. I've always enjoyed that as well. But yeah, let's take all of these. First of all, let's raise them up a little bit. Now let's duplicate them. And we'll raise them up and then move them over a little bit. Like this way. This way, this way. Right? And now I can put some signs or something up here. How do I do that? 2D object, 3D object. I haven't done text in so long. Text. Okay, never mind. But yeah, that's pretty fun. I will need to add text to this later though. But for now, I need a collider or something for this because it does not have one. Let's give it a mesh collider. Maybe that'll fix it. And get rid of the box collider. And then if no, I'm not trying to add text right now. Oh, it's still there. Well, fine. Import them, I guess. Import the essentials for whatever this is. I don't know what that is. Import those too. Why not? I don't fucking know. Yeah, VRC can get boring at times. I haven't played VRC in ages because of it. But outside of that, I've not really been playing too much. I have been playing Population 1, but I haven't played that in a little bit. Population 1 is fun. Let's put this over here. That needs to be shrunk down, but holding. Okay, that's also backwards. We need to do this. 0, 0. Scale. Minus 90. There we go. Rotation. Yeah, there we go. Now we can put it over here. We'll have to duplicate this a few times, but we need to shrink it and stuff now as well. Is that what these do? That's not what these do. Let's take the whole thing. Yeah, there we go. And we can put it on these so that we know which ones we're holding and which ones are deposited. Shrink it down a little bit more. Put it right on top of there. It's not quite on there yet. Slightly over. Shrink it down slightly more. And there we go. Now, probably should take that and move the whole thing over. I like the idea of one being higher than the other, so I'm going to make it still higher, but not that much higher. Actually, I probably should grab all of these since I'm doing that to all of these. That way they can all be even. Shrink it down just slightly. There we go. And now we will undo these and move all of these over, because these apparently are way too fucking close to those now. So I'll move those over. There we go. Simple as that. We're professionals. I mean, we're not really professionals, but we may as well be professionals. We put holding on all of these just by simply cloning them. Because I'm cool like that. I know how to clone things. Boom. Simple as that. Yeah, there are like a lot of shooter VR games lately, like Ghost of Tabor. Ghost of Tabor is so fucking broken for me. I don't know how people are playing that game right now. I genuinely have no idea how people play that game. Because I cannot go 2 minutes in that game without my controllers deciding they don't exist and my hands floating off into the ether. And it is the only game that does that. So you can't say, oh, it's your controllers, the batteries are low. Oh, it's your controllers, they're just bad controllers. It's the only game where they constantly decide that they want to leave my body. I physically left my body before. I made a short video on it on this channel, but it was so annoying that it just happens constantly. About to test another Avi. Maybe I won't make it black like I did Skello. Anything that has a lot of effort put into it. I want something new, something fun, anything that has a lot of effort put into it. I agree. Pavlov also, it's Pavlov, like, it's fun, but it's also not perfect. It is like riddled with super toxic players that say the N-word all the time, that think they're edgy because they all say edgy shit and like all this other stuff, and it's just really annoying. And the only fun thing in Pavlov anyway is TTT, and no one plays that properly either. They would just like, they would rather just say, I don't know, say random shit and just kill everyone they see, even though it's TTT and you're not supposed to do that. The controls are weird compared to others. Yeah, Pavlov has weird controls too. You haven't experienced anything like that yet? That's crazy. The VR community is toxic. I mean, I don't know. I haven't really seen too many toxic people in VR chat. I mean, I did that whole, like, searching for life thing, and genuinely, every single person I approached and asked what they thought the meaning of life was genuinely very open to answer the question. Every single one of them were like, oh yeah, here's what I think the meaning of life is, and everything like that. And they were all super nice. A lot of them were kids, but I mean, what can you do? That will just happen, I suppose. But, like, yeah, I mean, it's just weird. It's genuinely weird to me that, like, they'll... Oh, wait, if I just... There we go. And then I'll just reset all its orientation and everything. Boop, boop, boop. Raise it up slightly. Well, maybe I shouldn't have done that. We'll rotate it like this, I guess. It'll be fine. They'll fall, and it'll land on this, and it'll be fine. Just move all these up. These are immunity cards, by the way. If you land on the shield, you can get immunity to any effect in the game, and that's kind of fun. Anyway, I've seen some toxic people in Population 1 as well, but I've also seen extremely nice people there. It took me like months playing that game before I started running into a lot of toxic people back to back. And the toxic people were usually kids that were screaming, "No, revive me, you asshole!" and everything like that. And it was usually kids that were toxic. And
that's why I don't play Fortnite.
Yeah, that's why I don't play Fortnite.
That's all they do.
But seriously, it's just weird. That I haven't seen too much, but I guess that's just how it is in any community. There can be very nice people or really rude people. Yeah, like you said, it's a gamble sometimes, I guess. But again, that's another reason why it's fun to play with other people that you know. Like people that you know, because then you know they're not gonna be super toxic or whatever else like that, because you know them. Maybe not on a personal level, but you know them enough to know that they're not a toxic person that's just gonna say the N-word a bunch and all this other jazz. Just like, I don't know what's wrong with people. I really don't. It's kind of sad because a lot of the times it's kids, and it's like, why? First off, why is there a kid in VR? Secondly, why the hell? Why the hell are they saying this shit? Like, where do they hear this stuff at? You know what I'm saying? It's so bizarre. Hey, it's Damien. True that. I've been playing VOW and Fortnite, and they are fun games. It's just mainly the community that makes everyone seem bad. That's just how it always is. It's just always a community thing. Like, the community just always... Anytime there's ever an issue like that, it's always a community issue. Like, oh no, the community is... Okay, I duplicated that, right? Okay, cool. I was concerned for a second because I didn't think I did. Yeah, here we go. We'll just throw in extra dice here. Just in case some of the dice goes missing or something, we'll have extra dice here. And I think we're good with basically everything now. We have the pawns. They can move around the board. Oh shit, yeah, that's right, the rules. I need to put the rules on the wall so you guys actually know how to fucking play the game. I don't know how they get away with it. I say damn and I get slapped by my parents. Damn. I mean, I don't know. I was raised in a household that they would get onto you if you cursed, but they wouldn't like punish you too much for it unless you were super like into it. Like if you were starting to say the N-word and you were going hard at people, like then you would get punished and they would try and take the game from you and stuff like that. But you know, me and my siblings, we weren't ever that bad because we were raised properly. We were raised to just be decent people, and it's as simple as that. Just be a decent person. Simple as that. That's the wrong folder. This is the folder I need. I think I might just take the actual rules from the rule book and just slap them onto a texture or something and do it that way. So now I need a 3D object, a cube. There we go. Let's reset your orientation here, buddy. Reset your orientation. And slap you over here. Actually, I'll probably put it on this side since everything else seems to be over here, the rules included. So we'll slap that over here. Slap it over here. I'll need to make it a very specific size too. We'll do that for now and then just throw, this is the first one I think. Why the fuck is it upside down? What the hell? My parents were horribly strict about it until last month. Okay, that's interesting. I don't get how you do it. I mean, like, being a content creator, I've tried a lot, but I can't get as much of a community as you do. I have about 400 followers on TikTok and about 15 on here. I just don't get it. My dream traumatized you? Oh, shit. That's messed up. Don't get traumatized in dreams here now. We don't want that. See, this says 21, but again, you could technically do any amount you wanted to. And I think these are readable enough. It's hard to say. I'll have to test that later when I get into the game itself. There we go. We'll just duplicate that a couple of times here. And that will get that texture. And this will get this texture. Was that the whole texture then? Oh, I guess it was. 4 and then 5 and then that's the rest of it. Okay, that's the rules. All right there. Fits on nice little sheets there. I am also going to take one of these, duplicate it, and I'm going to move it over here so I can just say in big letters that the rules are over here. And we'll just revert that to 0. And move it over here. Probably add some more stuff on here as well. That way we can kind of get an idea of where everything is. But for now, that'll do. How did your dreams traumatize you, though? I'm genuinely curious now. Rules. Whoops. Take it and increase the size so that the rules are in big letters and they're over here and you can tell how it works. We'll duplicate it, put one over here, and these will be I guess just cubes, because I need to specify that the cubes are over here, and then we will take it and we'll shrink that and kind of, because it doesn't need to be as big. It does need to be kind of big, but it needs to be where it'll still fit over here, so it's not too overbearing. All right, and we'll duplicate it again, and we'll put immunity cards, and that should probably be stretched out a little bit. Also, I guess I could just do where it's like immunity and then cards and then it's like that and then whoops. There we go. Yeah, that works. I think that fits. Control S to save, and there you go. I guess people don't like young content. That's what I was gonna say. Is that like This is actually my second channel, and my first one, I just did stuff over and over and over again, just trying every little thing until I could find that niche that I could build a community out of. And I found one, and so I did that, and then I started this channel, and that gave me a little bit of a boost. But when I started this channel, I did a lot of research on VR content and VR content creators and stuff before I started this channel and did anything on it. And I found out a couple of things, and I decided to implement those things and everything else, and that's what I did. And then I started with Bone Lab because it was popular at the time, and that helped tremendously. But after Bone Lab's popularity died off a little bit, and I started doing other things, the views have also started to dip down a little bit. So let's see. I can go to like here, for example, just like home. I got 412 videos on this because it was a Bone Lab video. But the meaning of life, which genuinely took me several hours, not even just recording everything, but actually editing it all together and making it a nice cohesive story, got like less than 60 views. And then this one got 170, and then Monster Hunter VR got 409. I genuinely thought this would do better because I thought the thumbnail was extremely good, and I thought it would attract the attention of Monster Hunter fans, because people would happen to stumble upon a video called Monster Hunter VR, and they'd be like, holy shit, is there a Monster Hunter VR game out now or something? And it would make them want to look at it at the very least. But my Apple Vision Pro video didn't do as good as I thought it would, because it was super popular at the time when I talked about it, and it just wasn't. And then as you can see, like, Bone Lab videos just do way better than everything else right now, or at least it used to. And then all this other stuff, like, I'm super proud, and I put a lot of effort into every single one of them, but not every single one of them does super well, and it's very annoying. But yes, it does take time, because you have to kind of find your style, so to speak, and everything else. And am I missing anything else in this world? Have I gotten everything? I feel like I'm missing something super obvious, but I don't think there is anything else. I do want to test it again. Let's build and test. Check it out. Maybe use 3D and stylized text, make it more eye-catching and more of an art style. I might do that. I'm not super familiar with like how text and everything like that works, so I might play around with that in the future at some point. Maybe I'll update the world for that. What the hell was that?
It's your parents.
Oh. But yeah, I guess, I mean, I don't know. I don't think there's much else to really say or do here other than this test. So I might end the stream here and everything. But let's see. We'll see. I wonder if the walls are still broken. That's what I'm really curious of. If they're still broken, I might just go through and like edit the colliders on them or something and kind of do it that way. It's not that big of a world. It's like 5.36 MB. That's not very big. Okay. All that stuff is over there still. Minity cards. These didn't phase through the floor again. All 6 of them are still there. Cubes are still here. The rules, I can actually read the rules on here. Have fun your own way. Rules, big text, holding, all this stuff. I can still grab stuff and throw it. Oh, I think yes, I fixed the walls. So I can't just phase through the walls anymore. That's good. Okay. Walls are good. Can I do something weird with this if I'm sitting on it and then grab it? I don't know if I can. Hang on. Oh, I can't. I can't even grab it while I'm holding it. They all have colliders. Everything worked out. It's basically done now. Oh, I can throw it hard enough. I might be able to throw it over the freaking the ceiling, because I don't think the ceiling had a collider on it. Yeah. I think that did it. I think it's gone now. Yeah, if you're reckless, oh no, that's not it. If you're reckless enough, you could just chuck them out of the map because of that, which I can fix that. Yeah. Take your immunity cards and just get rid of them. They're gone. And I can come over here and hold them there, and then when they're ready to deposit, I put them in there. And they don't clip through. They don't do nothing weird. We did it, guys. We did it. It's basically done. I don't know what else to do to it besides to make, like, Maybe the wall's pretty or something. But for that, I think it's done enough that I can publish it. If it does come down to it and you run out of cubes, you could always use this to keep score. So it can be like 6. I'm holding 6 and I deposited 5 or something, right? I don't know. Yeah, that works. Wow. Okay. It's been a while since I've really like completed a project like that, like a whole world, like a whole VR chat world. It seems a bit wacky, to be honest with you, but I guess it's good. Let's save it. Let's oh god, how do I do this now? I think it would be in File, Build Settings, and then I could just build it, right? Is that how it works? Hang on, no, that's not right. I build and publish it for Windows, right there, boom. Even if I have to build and publish for Windows, yeah, that should do it. Oh, I'll need like a screenshot or something. I know what I'll do for that. I'll just use like a PNG or something. It should definitely, yeah, there it is. I was gonna say it definitely didn't finish in 2 seconds. There's no way. You might check it out in a little bit. All right, that'll be fun. Did it just get rid of my? Did it? Okay, no, it didn't. I thought for sure I fucking just lost the whole thing. All right, Breed of the Dragon. Player capacity 16. I guess it don't matter. Play Breed of the Dragon in VR. Play Breed of the Dragon in VR. It's what else should I add for the description?
It's a board game.
Yeah, it's a board game about collecting cubes and giving them to a dragon. Alright, it doesn't have any of this stuff, but I do need tags, so we'll do like board. Oh wait, hang on. How are the tags separated? Enter up to 5 tags separated by a space or comma. So I need to do board game. It would have to be one word because it's separated by a space. So board game. I don't know.
Gold
Dragon. Board game, dragon, tabletop. What else? What's another good tag for this? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I get the vidIQ extension for YouTube stuff, which lets you get more tags and stuff. Oh, I don't know. I don't usually put that many tags because I don't know if it's still like this, but how it used to be is that if you put too many tags on a video, YouTube would detect that you put a lot of tags on it, and it would basically ignore some of the tags, or it would basically cancel out what you're doing because it would consider it abuse or something weird like that. I don't know if it still does that or not. What else can I do to this though? Board game, tabletop, board,
treasure, gold, cube,
board, gold, collecting game. There we go. Yes, the above is as much as I can understand it.
Let's go
And
like
then-
sorry variant.
Sorry, variant. Oh,
Yeah, a little bit is.
I
You
got
don't
5.
You don't go home, but you do steal other
I got
people's
5
tags.
tags on it, so I can't do 5. I can't do more than that. Search for popular VR chat tags. I could, but this is fine as is right now. We'll just upload it as that, and then if I'm not mistaken, there's some weird thing that I have to do to make it Quest compatible now, where I'll have to duplicate the project and then switch the build to that and then publish it that way or something, if I'm not mistaken. Something weird like that, I think. There goes.
Sarah,
What?
come here, look at these purses. Man, it's hot in here.
Yeah, I know.
And say,
Okay. It is now published. It is right here. I can manage my world in my browser, which I might do. Okay, it's asking me to log in, which, okay, it has the stuff. Okay, cool. We just auto log in because it just remembered all the information. It is PC only, as far as I know. This world is private and only visible via direct links right now. Can I change that? Let's edit it. Can I change that? Danger zone. Okay, I have to publish it to Community Labs to make that visible? Okay, yes, do it. Okay, there you go. We'll do that. And I think that's... Is it as simple as that? I did. Thought, yes. Yes, do it. Okay, there it goes. It's in community. Failed to change... And okay, well, you know what? It's fine. We'll leave it be for now. It is currently only available on PC. As soon as I get the chance to, I will update it for a Quest-compatible version. Just to do that. Switch the build to Android. Is that what I do now? File, build settings, Android, switch platform. Because I think when you do it that way, well, maybe it does. I don't know. If I publish it like this, will it do it like that now? I definitely need to fix the the thumbnail too, which I might do right now actually. Just throw in a camera or something and then take my picture. How do you do that again? Man, it's gonna be, I don't know. It's how Avi's work. I think there's like a weird thing where like if you do it this way, it's only compatible on Android, but if you do it the other way, it's only compatible on Windows, and so you have to do a very specific thing to get it compatible on both. I don't know for sure though, but we're about to find out, I suppose. Because it might do for both. Who knows? And this may create errors that make it impossible to do on Android. I have no fucking clue. It's been forever since I did any kind of world thing, and I don't think I made any of them public. In fact, I'm almost certain I didn't. But we'll find out when this is done. Gonna have to use flat screen more because PC VR is broken for me. Oh, what's broken about it? Because it's been kind of slightly messed up for me too. Mine, whenever I do it through, it doesn't matter how I do it. I can do it through AirLink, or I can do it through what the fuck is it called? Virtual Desktop. Both of them, they shake drastically and they vibrate and they like, it's like really weird. And it didn't used to do that, and I don't know what changed to make it suddenly start doing that. Plus, you're too lazy to set. I feel you. I feel you. All right, it's starting to do something else now. But in the meantime, I guess while this is doing this, I'll just outro the stream and everything, because I don't think I need to continue streaming this just to do this kind of little menial task and stuff. So hope you guys enjoyed this. AirLink works fine. My Wi-Fi is doo-doo, and it just says USB not recognized when I plug it in. That's lame. But yeah, peace out. Hope you guys enjoyed this stream and have fun in the world. I'll have a link to it or find some way to share it in the video when it comes out Wednesday or whatever. But for now, peace out. Oh, you're going to be able to channel the Discord? Yeah, I can channel the Discord. Yeah, that's fine. Peace.